Hey folks, we continue to endeavor with my fascination surrounding space stocks as I reveal to you the $10,000 bet that I'm making on another space stock, all thanks to the coming hype of Cathie Wood and the release, or the surrounding release, the Space Arc ETF that should be coming in the coming quarters here, folks, as we all try and figure out what stocks she's going to want to buy. Now, many of you are aware I've already been placing space stock bets with companies like Stable Roadhouse Acquisition Corp, which is a SPAC play that will be merging with Momentous. Now, this is going to be a space utility focused on late-stage satellite delivery for companies like SpaceX and Starlink, and of course, they're going to be part of the moon mission coming in 2023 with NASA. So I've already got my juicy paws all over this company, but I said, hey, maybe I want to buy something a little more stable. Hey, maybe I want to buy something with a dividend. And before I reveal to you my $10,000 space stock bet, how did I find this? Well, many of you have known that we have been talking aggressively and excitingly around this Reddit release of a space mutual fund in Japan that is run by ARK. And in this Japanese release here, guys, which I will share with the link in the description below, they show the top 10 holdings being Tritium Communication, Trimble, Virgin Galactic, JD.com, Kratos Defense, Fleur System, Lockheed Martin, Deere & Company, which, by the way, isn't it crazy that John Deere, a tractor company, is getting involved in space and aerospace innovation? Crazy, right? You got L3 Harris Technologies and Honeywell International. Now, Honeywell is a very popular dividend stock because they do a lot with general home supplies, from everything like air filters to apparently now getting involved with space here, guys. But of all of these companies, I picked one that I know Cathie Wood was actually buying this month, and if it wasn't enough leaked information already to figure this out, I am talking about Lockheed Martin, which right now, guys, from its all-time highs, it peaked in 2020 before the pandemic, and ever since has been trading down 23%. It pays a 3.1% dividend yield with a 13 PE. And before we dabble down into exactly what this company does, guys, let me just share with you that I personally bought 23 shares this morning at the all-time high of $39, which I should have waited a little longer because clearly it is trading down since I purchased it, but God knows where we'll be in a week. And this position is completely built off of primarily my line of credit. I really didn't want to wait to buy this company. I'm still doing a lot of due diligence in case I miss something, but I figured the downside risk at this point is going to be null. And why do I think that in particular, guys? Well, just going into Yahoo Finance, when we look at their assets versus liabilities, not really that attractive. They have a fairly high amount of liabilities, but when we actually take a look at their revenue and earnings, it has been trending amazingly to the upside, even in the midst of a pandemic. And I told you guys, when you're looking for deep discounted companies, you always want a chart that's going down against earnings that are going up. And oh man, this is getting into some real juicy stuff here, guys, especially when you look at the dividend increases. In the last 5 years alone, Lockheed's dividend went from $1.50 a quarter to $2.60. They are getting damn close to doubling their dividend in under 5 years. Now, this is just absolutely crazy, right? And what does Lockheed Martin do, guys? Well, they are the largest aerospace and defense company. It is partnered with the U.S. government, primarily making up 70% of the revenues, and the other 30% coming from global governments. Oh my God, guys, this company is so much bigger than I could have ever imagined. And just getting into their products, this is like an ETF at a level that is staggering, and I don't know if it just got basketed in with things like Boeing, and that's why it's trading down, but it has way better revenues, performing incredibly from any peer that sits in the sector with it. And just scrolling through, I mean, look at the endless products, guys, from boats and missiles and tanks. We're going to start seeing all the aerospace stuff in satellites, from wind turbines to, oh my God, guys, like this is one of those things where the government will endlessly fund a company like this, not only to keep people employed, but just in general to continue to innovate. Because we can see here's the Orion project with satellites that they're putting around the moon. I mean, it's just endless products. I mean, look at how long this product page is. It's crazy. It's crazy, guys, crazy. And this is why this is a $100 billion company. So for me to be using my line of credit feels a little bit more comfortable if we're talking about a security and safety side, because if we actually go down into their books here and look at the last release, if we just go down into their last earnings and take a look at the net sales, guys, we can see that they're increasing wonderfully from 2019 into 2020 here. And what's really cool is this is obviously going to be a space stock for me. So taking a look at the net sales for their space industry, it has increased 9% and is basically third in in line for one of their fastest growing revenue generators, which makes me feel pretty incredible about this because it's mitigated by the aeronautics, missile and fire control, and rotary emission systems. So you're not going to be getting the explosive pure play upgrowth that you might see with something like a Momentous or a Virgin Galactic here. But just based off these revenues alone, guys, it's like saying, hey, you know what? I want some exposure to space, but with a lot less of the risk and a lot more of a secure dividend. You're not going to go wrong with buying this as a long-term bet here, folks. And more incredibly enough, this company does an amazing job with their video promotion. So I just wanted to take a look and listen here and tell me you're not inspired by what this company is doing.
Space is not a destination. It's not a tourist attraction or a delivery route. And we know it's not a race because last we looked, there is no finish line. Despite what others may say, space is not a place to go. Space is a place to do. A place to do big things, important things, useful things, epic things. Things that help militaries protect better. Things that help humans communicate better. Things that teach us about other worlds. And about how we can better protect the one we live in now. There's an asteroid up there that may reveal the secrets of the universe if we can bring home a piece of it. Let's do that. We won't need to launch satellites anymore if we can 3D print them up there. Let's do that. There are terabytes of data that must be turned into vital information. Let's do that too. Let's invite the bold and the brilliant to join us. Let's unleash the best engineers on and off Earth. Because doing is what we do.
Putting that aside, yes, this is my second bet in the space stock industry here, folks. And this kind of came out of my side view when my business partner mentioned, hey, Kyle, have you seen the release of the Japanese, space mutual fund that ARK's running? And when I started going through it, like my mind was blown when you look at most of those companies in that mutual fund have been performing and just slaughtering. Yet here's Lockheed Martin, a company that is highly exposed to space innovation, has incredibly secure contracts. I'm like, damn, guys, all the radars are going off in my head when you're talking about, a downward chart with an upward revenue and earnings trend, and just everything ticks the box that this is a company I want to buy. Now, I could likely be missing something, which is why I'm just buying a decent chunk. I'm going to do some more due diligence, and if something turns out that I'm not comfortable with, I might sell it. But I feel like my downside risk at this point is very mitigated because it's already down 23%. And in the coming quarters of earnings, I'm very anticipating that those earnings will keep doing well, and we're going to start seeing a trend higher as more people talk about space, and we start seeing this get added, in my opinion, to the ARK space ETF when it does come about. And in light of all of this, if you guys want to chat with me live while I make these trades and, bounce these ideas and questions off you guys when it is happening, go to the Passive Income Educator, join our chat group for lifetime access if you wish. And yeah, I'm excited to see when this stuff gets added to the ARK space ETF. And I want to know what you guys think as well in that comment section below. But in light of all of this, stay cool, stay awesome, and I look forward to catching you tomorrow.